Yo, what's good traders? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had an amazing trading week. We are back now with a market overview, #4 I believe it is now. So if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to carry on liking, subscribing and all that good stuff so I can carry on providing for you guys. But for now, I will be taking you through my case study and my trade I caught on gold this week, right? A nice 1 to 18. Sorry for last week I didn't post an overview as well. That was due to some technical issues I'm still having, so with my audio, trying to get that to work for you lot, so make sure you bear with me for that, and hopefully going into next week, possibly the week after, we've got that fixed, right? But for now, I will just carry on providing videos for you guys and making sure I am dropping content. So jumping down onto the weekly for gold, right? As mentioned in my previous video, we are interested in this order block, well, institutional candle in here, right? Nice daily candle, nice down close in here. This was the candle that enforced this higher price, and up in here this last down close that drove price higher, right? So that is my area of interest. Around at 1600 is where I'm looking for price. It's not certain. I'm not like gonna just say, oh yeah, market has to react off that, place buy orders, boom, you know what I mean? No, we will wait for price to come down into the area, show signs of accumulation, some nice entry techniques on getting on that potential huge swing to the upside. But for now, that is what I'm expecting, and even possibly down at 1300, right? So stay tuned for that. But this week I was looking at retracement, because the market can't just drop into 1600 forever, right? It's got to retrace, do what the market does, have them pullbacks and continue dropping lower, right? So I was expecting market to come up to this 3 days. So this is my area of interest, right? Because this is the candle where a decision was made, supply broke through this area of demand, these lows in here that was holding structures to the upside, right? Broke that. So now I'm looking at coming up to this, boom, showing our distribution, taking it down to my daily POI. Perfect. So if I go down to now, let's say 4 hour, probably more so, yes, we've got our divergence here. So RSI is going up, market's going down, showing shift of momentum to the upside. And we've also kind of seen our accumulation schematic play out right very early on, but we've got these final manipulation shakeout of these lows in here, liquidity grab, boom, took them and showing breaks of structure to the upside. So that is what this trade was based on, right? So from the higher time frame perspective, that's what I was looking at. Now jumping down to a 2 hourly, right? So as you can tell, we're obviously making them new lower lows and lower highs in here. So if we are going to respect order flow to the downside based off of this, and make that new lower high and lower low, we would primarily be looking at this base drop in here, this nice base candle where we should see market react and make that new low. But we actually broke through that, and what I was looking at was what enforced us to break through that, and it was this reaccumulation of price. So as we approach that area of interest, I see market start to slow down and start to form this 1 minute price action. At first you could say this looks like a distribution, but when you start to study Wyckoff more in depth, you'll start to see this as a reaccumulation instead. We've got this last structure point in here, boom, broke, got that low, broke of structure in here, we've returned, and now we've actually obviously not going to take anything within this area because we're still at an area of supply, right? It wouldn't make sense to take buys based off of this because we're at an area of supply. So it's not about what's happening, it's about where it's happening. So make sure you're focused on not trying to buy in an area of supply at a point of interest where it's a high probability market's going to go down, right? Just because you see them 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute accumulations, right? Just make sure you're looking at where the market is rather than what it's doing, right? So boom, on the 5 minute, what do we see? 5 minute, we got a nice candle. We've now officially broke through that base drop in there, so we are looking at market to return. And I had my eye on this nice candle in here. Why? Sweat previous liquidity, it's got imbalance above it, and it's just a nice candle to take but buzz off, right? So boom, that's my perfect. And as we come down, we've formed that liquidity above my point of interest, and then we come and grab that. Perfect, bullish engulfing, what we like to see, and then another bullish engulfing, and we're off. Perfect. If I go up to the 15 minute, my targets were at eventually up in here, and even like I said, my 3-day high, right? My 3-day point of interest. But if you're happy with your profits, I always urge you to take it, right? There's no point, if you're seeing your MT4 and you're seeing blues and you're happy, right? Just take your profits, pay yourself, pay the trader, and that's fine, as long as you're happy with taking your profits. And that's what I was at 1 to 18, perfect. Boom, going into New York the next day, we absolutely smashed targets. Boom, there we go, 126 was achieved, and I'll quickly show you my Telegram now. That was a trade 1726. This was the entry, right? Perfect. This was me in the trade. There we go. So yeah, that was that. And I will be looking potentially for. Let's see where we are now. So we have come down. And yeah, again, this was the structure point in here that held this low. So, but that's now been broke. So I will be potentially looking at, taking this higher yet again into my 3-day point of interest. We'll just see what offers us going into next week. But for now, that's all I have. Just a quick case study on gold for you guys to either go back test or take value from this video and apply it to other pairs, etc. And I will be looking at taking more trades going into next week. So if you're not subscribed to my Telegram, I will be starting to release more content on there, more trade ideas, etc. So make sure you subscribe to that. Also my Instagram.